So, welcome to the program Applied Mindfulness.
Добро пожаловать на программу по прикладной медитации.
Welcome to. And today we are going to discuss about the mind.
И сегодня мы поговорим о нашем уме.
So, when the mind is ready to drop non-self, we naturally discover the mindfulness or meditative state.
Когда ум готов отбросить все то, что не связано с истинным «я», то тогда мы естественным образом входим в состояние медитации.
When you drive home from your workplace, you start dropping the office, other homes, neighbors, and at last you reach to your home.
Когда вы едете домой с работы, то в пути вы постепенно отбрасываете все, что связано с работой. Вы отбрасываете офис, место работы, людей, связанных с работой, ваших соседей. И таким образом вы постепенно приближаетесь к своему дому.
Your mind knows it. This is neighbor's home, this is not my home, this is office, this is building, and this is my home.
И вы знаете в процессе этого путешествия, что офис и все, что с ним связано, не является вашим домом. И вы также знаете, что конкретно является вашим домом.
So let us examine clearly what is non-self and what is self.
Итак, давайте проанализируем все то, что является с истинным «я», и все то, что не мне является.
Am I the body?
Является ли наше тело истинным «я»?
We should understand this clearly. If I am not the body, what is happening to my body is not me.
Мы должны четко уяснить, что если истинное «я» не связано с этим телом, то тогда то, что случается с этим телом, никак не влияет на меня истинного.
So there are two things. When you live in that meditative state, something happens to the body, for example, pain. Then you are not agitated, the body gets the pleasure, you don't forget yourself.
И поэтому случается так, что если вы пребываете в состоянии медитации и ваше тело раздражается какой-то болью, то ваше истинное «я» и ваше сознание при этом остается спокойным. Эта боль не влияет на ваше сознание. И точно так же, когда ваше тело испытывает какое-то удовольствие или наслаждение, то ваше истинное «я» остается нетронутым этим наслаждением.
So the principles of the Eastern wisdom says there are only two things in the world. One is you, real self, and the other is non-self.
Поэтому восточная мудрость утверждает, что в этой вселенной существуют только две вещи, два различия между ними. Первое – это то, что является истинным «я», и второе – это все то, что истинным «я» не является.
So one thing more to be understood, that the self is always one in everyone.
И то, что здесь необходимо понять очень четко, то, что истинное «я» тождественно во всех нас, оно одно на всех.
The mind should become very clear that, like, Girish is different from Dennis, Dennis is different from Guruji, now Sasha has come, Sasha is different from Sunita, Sunita is different from Samir and Antonina, and Arman. So all appears different, but deep inside, that self is the same and one.
Наш ум должен четко уяснить, что хотя он воспринимает каждого человека как индивидуальность, независимую индивидуальность, и каждый человек в глазах нашего ума является отдельным, но на самом деле глубоко внутри истинное «я», которое находится в каждом человеке, оно идентично, и оно является единым для всех людей.
You see that our mind instantly says, you are different from me, you are separate from me, but we never experience and realize that oneness in all of us.
Наш ум всегда может заметить различия между людьми, и наш ум говорит, что один человек отличается от другого, но нашему уму очень сложно понять то единство истинного «я», которое объединяет нас всех, и тот факт, что на глубоком уровне истинное «я» идентично для всех.
So yesterday while I was giving a private class to one, and I was saying that this self comes first, the non-self comes second.
Вчера Гуруджи давал занятие, частное занятие, и он объяснял, что первичным является истинное «я», а все, что не относится к истинному «я», это все вторичное.
Let me explain by example. When you see me first or you become aware first?
Гуруджи объясняет с помощью такого примера. Когда вы видите Гуруджи на экране, то что происходит? Вначале вы видите или вначале вы осознаете?
First you become aware, then you see the computer screen, then you see this old guy, then you know me.
На самом деле вначале происходит осознание, то есть вначале вы осознаете, что присутствует Гуруджи, а затем ваши глаза видят картинку, они видят монитор, они начинают интерпретацию.
I see all beautiful and handsome people, smart people. Nobody has, the gray beard except me.
Вот Гуруджи видит всех нас, и ни у кого нет бороды, которая есть у него.
So now understand this. I am aware. That is first. Then I am aware of you all.
Итак, первое – это то, что человек осознает нечто. А второе – это то, что человек осознает присутствие многих людей.
So we are exploring and discovering that awareness.
Итак, мы занимаемся тем, что мы исследуем и пытаемся обнаружить истоки этой осознанности.
So when I'm aware of the body, when I'm aware of the breath, when I'm aware of the sensation, when I'm aware of the stillness, all are outside me.
Когда я осознаю свое дыхание, когда я осознаю неподвижность, когда я осознаю ощущения, то все эти вещи находятся снаружи, вне меня.
So once you drop whatever comes to the mind, and the mind becomes transparent.
И когда вам удается освободиться от всего, что приходит в ум, то ум становится прозрачным.
And when the mind becomes transparent, that real self reflects into the mind, and we are in meditation.
А когда ум прозрачен, то тогда наше истинное «я» отражается в нашем уме, и наступает состояние медитации.
But what happens because the mind is heavily conditioned? It accepts and claims, I am the body.
Но поскольку наш ум очень сильно обусловлен, то он утверждает, что «я» — это мое тело.
And when there is a hunger, then it says, I am hungry.
И поэтому, когда тело голодно, наш ум говорит «я голоден».
Then it experiences pain and pleasure, then it says, I am pain and pleasure.
И когда тело испытывает наслаждение или боль, то наш ум говорит, что это я испытываю наслаждение или боль.
But what happens that we forget ourselves because the mind is obsessed, because the mind is desiring, seeking peace and happiness in the non-self.
И случается так, что мы забываем о нашем истинном «я», потому что наш ум сосредоточен на ином. Он сосредоточен на вещах вовне, которые не являются истинным «я».
So that is why all masters speaks that withdraw the mind from outside to inside.
И поэтому все учителя говорят, что необходимо увести наш ум от внешнего и перевести его к внутреннему.
Let me give you another example that you should remember throughout the week and contemplate on it.
И сейчас Гуруджи приведет пример, который нам стоит помнить и в течение этой недели размышлять о нем.
We always speak moonlight is very cool.
Мы обычно говорим, что свет Луны холодный.
So many of my friends say that we had a moonlight dinner.
И друзья Гуруджи говорят, что у них был обед при лунном свете.
Now, two things. Does the moon has any light?
Но тут нужно понять следующие вещи. Первое. Действительно ли Луна излучает свет?
No. Moon does not have a light. It takes the light from the sun.
На самом деле нет. Луна не излучает свет. Она всего лишь отражает свет, который излучает Солнце.
But we experience the moonlight.
Но тем не менее мы можем видеть свет, исходящий от Луны.
So now this moon is the mind. It gets its light of awareness from the sun. That sun is the self.
Таким же подобным образом наш ум – это аналог Луны. Наш ум берет свет, который излучает истинное «Я», и отражает его для нашего сознания.
So now understand, again pay attention, that moonlight falls on every object of this world. That is how we know the world. Same thing, that mind goes out and its awareness falls on the different objects. That is how we know this world.
И точно так же, как свет Луны, он падает на различные объекты, отражается от них, и мы можем видеть в лунном свете объекты. Точно так же и наш ум, он может воспринимать различные объекты снаружи и интерпретировать эти объекты.
So there is a self like a sun, and its light falls on the moon, that is the mind. So when it falls on the mind, then mind reflects the entire world.
Итак, существует источник света, истинного света. Это то, что мы называем истинным «я». Этот источник света излучает свет, и этот свет отражается от нашего ума. И именно отраженный свет – это то, что мы воспринимаем в качестве реальности в этом мире.
Now let me know, this is the sun is the real self. This is the mind or the moonlight. Now this mind is reflecting the entire world. What the mind should do to know the self? Mind, instead of looking the world outside, it should look at the sun, the self. And the moment this mind looks at the self, the world disappears and you are in meditation.
Итак, получается так, что наш ум отражает свет истинного «я», и этот отраженный свет освещает все объекты нашего внешнего мира, и наш ум направлен на восприятие объектов внешнего мира, освещаемого отраженным светом. Что же необходимо сделать уму? Ему необходимо вместо того, чтобы обращать внимание на отраженный свет и воспринимать объекты, освещенные отраженным светом, обратить свое внимание на источник этого света, на истинное «Я». И тогда весь мир, который нас окружает, он исчезнет в том виде, в котором мы его воспринимаем сейчас.
So now the same mind is looking at the sun. What will happen to the mind?
Итак,
the mind will finish by itself.
Итак, если наш ум будет смотреть на источник света, то что случится с умом? Ум просто остановится сам по себе.
It is so simple. And then we start fighting with the mind.
Это очень просто на самом деле, но мы начинаем бороться с нашим умом.
So we will start our journey today with this understanding. But yes, there are impurities. So what is known as the impurities of the mind? The mind is looking at the world and claiming this is me. This is the impurities.
Итак, что происходит с умом? Ум смотрит на отраженный свет, который освещает все несовершенства, и ум утверждает, что эти несовершенства и есть я.
So let us drop this impurity and let the mind be transparent to start our journey of applied mindfulness today.
Давайте попробуем избавиться от всего того нечистого, что освещает наш ум, и начать медитацию.
So close your eyes, sit or lie down. Just eyes are closed. You can sit in any posture or you can lie down. Don't start experiencing the pain by sitting forcibly. Oh, I will sit in lotus posture, and then you continue to suffer. I can understand while lying down you may go into sleep. But perhaps the going into sleep is much better than fighting with the body and its discomfort. So, look at the neck joint, shoulder joints, hip joints, knees, ankles, and the entire body. The entire body is comfortable. Now take a deep breath into the belly. We will start purifying the mind and raising the energy upwards. So inhale deeply, and while breathing out, make the humming sound. It should be loud, deep, and long. Louder, deeper, and longer. Just continue. And now start breathing gently through both the nostrils, either from the chest or the belly. Continue. And stop it. So 2 steps are done. Now we do the third step. No movement in the body. Sitting nearby. Become aware and experience how you are sitting nearby yourself. So at present the mind says, I am the body. That is why you look at the head and the neck and feel the sensation. Look at the right arm, feel the sensation. Look at the left arm, simply feel the sensation. Do not start thinking of my mantra or anything. Look at the chest and the belly. Feel the sensation. Look at the right leg. So when you look at the right leg, you feel the sensation and become aware. Look at the left leg. Feel the sensation and become aware. The entire body. Feel the sensation and become aware. So we have done the 3 steps, and if the mind is not withdrawing itself, we can still repeat that step at your home. So let us take a deep breath into the belly and the chest. While breathing out, make the humming sound. As deep as possible. These are the initial active steps to prepare the mind for meditation. Continue. Now stop the humming sound, no movement in the body. Experience the change. If you do not experience the change in the sensation, means what? You are not learning from your own experiences. That simply says your mind is somewhere else. Just experience the sensation and the change. We have to do nothing. Now, in that state, start breathing gently. It is not Kapalbhati, it is not Bhastrika. A gentle and a playful breathing. Continue. And stop it and again learn from your experiences. My friends, you should understand this humming, this mantra chanting, this breath cannot be done for 24 hours. It means they may help you to purify the mind for a shorter period. And during that period, your mind dives deeper within. It awakens to the self. Then you don't need to do the practice. There's breathing, there's humming, there's mantra. They are basically to change the state of the mind. And now, look at the head and the neck. Look at the head and the neck. Learn from your own experiences. You feel the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at the right arm. Sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at the left leg. You can do without any sequence. Look at the left leg. Learn from your own experiences of the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at the right leg. Be there. Experience the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at the left arm. Sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. Look at the chest and the belly. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. You experience the sensation, relaxation, and the stillness. There is a space in the room where you are doing this meditation. And there is a space inside the room also. There is a space outside the room also. So if the house is demolished, where the space goes? It remains the same. Nowhere it goes. You build a house, and when we see the space inside with a wall, we say, oh yes. Same thing with a bowl or a glass. Inside the glass, the space. Outside the glass, there is a space. Is the space different inside than outside? No. Now we will use this analogy today. Become aware of the space all around the head and the neck. And become aware of the space inside the head and the neck. You will also discover there is a very subtle wall of the skin in between the space inside the head and the space outside the head. It is the same. Who creates this wall? The mind. How it creates, mind claims I am the body. You see, I'm putting everything in a very logical, factual perspective. The moment you are aware of the one space you are in meditation. See that? The mind divides and perceives. The self has unitary perception. You have been doing Shanti meditation for so many months and weeks and years. That is why I'm going little further. Now let us move with me again. Become aware of the right arm. Look inside the right arm in the space outside the right arm. Now become aware how the space inside and outside are separated. The moment you become aware of that separation, you will experience there is no separation. You are just like the infinite space. When there is only one reality, whether you say it is infinite space, whether you say it is emptiness or nothingness, hardly matters. Look at the left leg, the space inside and the space outside. So when I say you, the space outside and inside the left leg, become aware who separates the space. And when you discover that who separates the space, it is the mind. So mind will drop. When it drops, what happens? Mind merges into the self. Look at the right leg, the space outside the right leg. It is a fact. I'm not asking you to imagine or focus or do some mantra. I'm not saying that I will bless you. If you cannot bless yourself, there is no one in this world who can bless you. And your blessing means your commitment. The space outside the right leg and the space inside. That is how the mind understands. So now we want to know what separates the space inside and the space outside. And you may discover that as if there is no space. You know, there are people who start thinking they want to collect information to teach others. First, my friend, you live into that experience. When you live in that experience, there is nothing to remember. Why? You will be able to speak naturally. Look at the left arm, the space outside and the space inside. Then become aware who separates the space inside and outside. Look at the entire body. Outside space and inside space, and then find out who separates the space inside and outside. You will experience not only the deep relaxation and the stillness, calmness, and the quietness, my friend, without doing anything. And now we will do one more step. It is not a doing, it is knowing. I am aware of the computer screen. I am aware of you all. I'm looking you all, your pictures. I'm speaking. Means what? Our awareness is before anything that I know. When I say that I'm looking at you, means what? First I am aware, then I'm aware of you, then I know you. So when there is an awareness to that I who knows, you live in meditation. You are looking at the body. You see that? That you is the self. Between the mind comes, the mind says, I'm looking at the body. Then you experience the sensation in the body. So it is not you, in fact, the mind. It is not the sun, but it reflects its awareness on the mind, and then the mind claims, yes, sensation. You experience the stillness in the entire body. You and the stillness in the body is different. You and the body is different. You and the sensation in the body is different. Deep inside, there is only you, that is only one. And the moment the mind goes outside, it instantly divides and perceives. That is the key point. So what should we do? We need not to do anything. You know it. You are aware of it. The moment you are aware, you live in meditation. So that is why I gave a title to today's journey, When Mind Drops the Non-Self. I never said when you forcibly withdraw the mind inside. It's a natural drop. What is not me and mine, do I need to force myself to drop it? Do I need to drop my neighbor's home to reach my home? I'm aware it is not me. Finished. So now look at the breath. I am looking at the breath. I am feeling the sensation of the breath. I am not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Am I the breath? No. Now looking deeper, my mind is thinking. My mind has lot of thoughts. My mind has no thoughts. My mind goes into the past. Am I my mind? Just ask yourself and wait. The knowledge that you are not me. It is known as Viveka. You are indifferent about me because you are not me. Is known as Vairagya. It is known as natural detachment. So I am not the mind, whether likes is there, dislikes, thoughts are there, no thoughts. You are in meditation. There are many ways the master teaches. Manavai Manobuddhir ahankara chittaninaham na cha shrotra jivhai na cha ghrana netre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. I am not the body. The body is made up of 5 elements. I am none of these 5 elements. Body has 5 sense organs and 5 motor organs. I am none of them. So the master sings and writes, who am I? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. So we can simply understand that we are pure awareness. Awareness is first. So understanding when the mind drops, when the night finishes, when the dawn is there, then what happens? The sun lightens everything. The self lightens everything. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Bring your both the palms on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. Now is the time to share your experiences. Those who are watching on YouTube, they can also write and share their experiences. So I'm looking at all of them. So we will share our experiences and understand how we can progress. सो जी क्या हुआ उन दसो जी समीर जी You can write, you can speak, you can chat. हाँ जी I don't hear you. I don't hear you. Okay, this is also good, you know. I'm not listening. This is also good, but I can see your face. Continue, continue saying, you know, continue saying your experience. You see that? And now, Sunita, how are you?
Yes, nice, sir.
Nice. What is nice?
अच्छा पहले तो नींद आ रही थी अब अच्छा रहा प्रैक्टिस
So, yeah, understand what I was saying last time, Dennis and Guruji, who is listening. We leave 100 activities or 100 works to go to the restroom. We leave 1,000 works to eat our food. We leave 10,000 works to fall into sleep. So that meditation should be done leaving 10,000 activities every day. Then what happens? Then you always succeed. From the first breathing, I still can feel the energy occurring through me in small prickles all the way till fingertips. My friend Antonina, you are doing good. That is the way it should be. It should be, no, it is not done. It should be followed. You follow it. Wonderful. Feeling calm and relaxed. The mind is more transparent than usual, Denise. That is wonderful. You see that what happens for everyone and also for Dennis. What happens? No, let me meditate. Let me focus on the breath. But the breath is outside. One day what you do, you leave the breath, do nothing and see what happens. So if the mind is agitated and it is seeking the breath again, means what? This breath awareness and focus on the breath is causing conditioning. It's a beautiful journey. So how are you, Arman? How are you, Kate? Antonina, how are you, Eliona? Meditation is a discovery of self. How we start the journey? You experience, you know what is non-self and drop it. How you drop the non-self? Is there any practice required? Do I need to do something to drop my neighbor? No, I don't need that. Same thing, body is non-self. And I am? Eliona, I didn't had a deep relaxation. Eliona is writing because I started late. But at the end, I had a feeling my body is the same thing as the world outside, and me is just a subtle feeling of awareness. You are already there, Eliona. You see that we are not focusing on the breath, we are not doing anything that we were doing. So when you move into the higher journey, you do it with understanding, you progress. That is wonderful. I'm repeating again what Eliona wrote. That is what, if you write, it means you experience, you understand. She writes, I had a feeling that my body is same thing as the world outside. You are right. And me, just a subtle feelings of awareness. You know what happens in the day-to-day living? Dennis, I'm asking you to pay a little more attention. The wave in the ocean, the wave says, I am. And if you ask the wave, where is the ocean? I don't know. You see that? So we have that ignorant ego that says, you see that I am the body? And then I ask you, where is the self? I don't know. But now understand. Now you look from the point of view of an ocean. Ocean is listening to the wave. Wave say, I don't know the ocean. Will the ocean fight? Will the ocean enter into a struggle? Will the ocean drop the wave? No. The wave is made up of ocean. See the point? So that self looks at the body. The body may be like a wave, but this body says, no, I am the body, therefore there is no self. So that is what, when you have a feeling that my body is the same thing as the world outside and me is just a subtle feeling of awareness. So that is all for today we will be doing. We'll meet again for another interesting session next Friday at the same time. Until then, thank you, Guruji. Guruji, did you get it something? You say, Guruji says, no. Only one thing is there. Only one meditation. There is no other meditation. In fact, there is no meditation. Thank you. Oh, Valley, thank you, Meriti. I feel calm and relaxed. The Valley wrote on the YouTube. Ira, why you waited for so long? You should